श्रीभाष्यसिंहं प्रणमामि नित्यं श्रीमते वाचश्री कृष्णमार्य महादेशिकाय नमः अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। So when you think of Paduka, what comes into our mind? The first and foremost thing is that everybody would know that Bharata asked for Rama to come back to the kingdom. But then Rama insisted that he would obey his father's order. So he refused to come. And then we all know that Bharata requested the Paduka. So let's take a few steps back to see who Paduka is. Peyarva says, Sendral Kodayam, Irundal Singhasanamam, Nindral Maravadiyam. Which means when Perumal wishes to walk, the first and foremost servant, primordial servant, which is called Adisesha, he chooses to be a parasol if he wants to walk. And if he wants to sit, he becomes the throne. And when he wishes to walk, then Adisesha becomes the Paduka. So with that reference, you could say that Adisesha is none other than Paduka, or Paduka is equal to Adisesha. So when Lord Rama refused to come, why did Bharata chose to give, or why did Bharata requested Paduka? Like say for example, if you want to get a loan from a bank, what does a bank ask for? The first thing what the bank asks for, if you want a loan, surety. And that surety value should be more than the value of the loan. Right? Nobody would, like say for example, if you want a loan of 2 million francs, the surety should be more than 2 million francs, because if you can't repay the 2 million, he would take away the surety so that he can sell and get back the money. So, using that analogy, you can say that when Bharata requested for Paduka, one can understand the Paduka is more valuable than Rama. Because if Rama did not come, Bharata asked for the surety which is like the Paduka. So, the value of the surety is much more than the loan value itself. So this is what Swami Deshikan has done is, he has composed 1008 shlokas and is called Paduka Sahasra. He has composed this shloka in less than 3 hours. It would be impossible for us to recite in 3 hours, but he has composed in 3 hours using various characteristics of Paduka. In this, it goes like, Bharataya param namostu tasmai pratamodaharanaya bhakti bhajam yadupagyam asheshatah prativyam pratita raghava paduka prabhavaha. Which means the first and foremost example of explaining the significance of Paduka is Bharata, because he was the one who requested for Rama Paduka, and through that the world came to know about Paduka. So if someone has to publicize something, it was Bharata who did the significance of Paduka. Also the word Bharata, Swami Deshikan uses a word play here. The word Bharata is also referred as Bhavam, Ragam, Talam, which is that music, in the music field. So, one of the first Acharya is called Nathamuni. When the Divya Prabandham was lost for more than 3,500 years, it was Nathamuni who recited Kanninun Chirutambu, a pasaram, and then got back the entire Nalayana Divya Prabandham for us. So he uses a word play to say that because of Nathamuni, Bharata, who is the essence of Bhavam, Ragam and Talam, because he can compose music at a given notice, he also composed the entire 4,000 Prabandhams in a musical form. So through that, Swami Deshikan praises both Bharata as well as Nakamani to say that because of you guys, we came to know about Paduka Prabhavam. And then Swami Deshikan decides, okay, what can I write more about Paduka Devi? So then he chooses exclusively a chapter in Paduka Sahasram called Prabhava Paddhati, so which highlights various glories of Paduka. I would just take a couple of shlokas from that, and then I would just explain the higher level meaning of the same. Vande tad Ranganadasya Manyam Padukayor Yugam Unnatanam Avanatihi Natanam Yatra Chonatihi. So which means where Swami Deshikan says, I salute to all those persons who worship the Paduka. So when you worship Paduka, then your status gets elevated. Whereas if you try to demean Paduka, then your status will get below. So that is where he conveys in this. And then he goes on to say, Nishesham Ambaratalam Yadipatrika Syat Saptar Navi Yadi Sametya Mashi Bhavitri Vakta Sahasravadana Purushas Sayanche Likyeta Rangapati Padukayov Prabhavaha. So if you can just see the shloka itself, it says Nishesha Ambaratalam Yadipatrika Syat. Even they make this entire sky as a paper, and then all the 7 oceans as an ink, and then give me more than 1,000 tongues. Even with all these, I cannot speak the glory of Paduka. So that much is the glory of Paduka. We have also heard of various Sini songs using the same expression, but I think the original inspiration for all these guys came from Swami Deshikan, where he has already established that this is the greatness of Paduka, where I am not in a position to talk even if I have 1,000 tongues, or make the entire sky as a paper and all the 7 oceans as the ink. So that is the level of greatness of Paduka. And finally, in order to attain moksha, which is a kind of a state of non-return, there are 2 ways to reach moksha, either through bhakti marga or through prapatti. Prapatti means sharanagati, which is surrendering to yourself to the Lord. And generally, where do you surrender? If you have to seek forgiveness, or when you seek forgiveness from someone, where do you seek forgiveness? Although in Tamil, there is a saying, Unkaiya kala nanachiko. So it's always in the feet that you surrender if you have to seek any forgiveness. So similarly, in this age, Bhakti Yoga is not practical, or it is not easily done by all of us. So Swami Deshikan says it is easy to do Prapatti Marga, which is the act of surrender. So surrender yourself to Paduka, and that will take you to moksha. Before I can conclude, I just want to say a couple of things about the Paduka that we have here. As you know, it was already mentioned, like our Kalakshepa Guru Sri APN Swami did the Prana Pratishtha of this Rama Paduka at Paduka Sahasra Utsavam in Bangalore. And this Paduka has been kindly sent to us based on our request. And if you see back in Ramayana, the first time when Rama was about to be coronated, he was sent to the forest. So what was the first thing that got coronated was Paduka. So once Paduka was coronated, then all the other coronation be like Sugriva, Vibhishana, every other coronation happened smoothly. So Paduka removes all obstacles in our life. And this Paduka that is here is ready to visit every household in Europe on this auspicious year of Sri Rama coronation at Ayodhya. Again, if you want more details on this, please do reach out to us and we will be more than happy to assist you in any matters. With this, I conclude. Kavitartika Simhaya Kalyana Gunashaline Srimate Venkateshaya Vedanta Gurave Namaha. Then you